Ugh. Good morning. This is Seeker the Scuffed coming at you live with Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. My allergies have not been that kind to me these past few days. My plans to do some recordings for YouTube channel fell through, of course, and I'm just generally suffering. But we're going to be trying to do this anyway. I don't have any tissues, so I have a roll of toilet paper here with me. Let's quickly threw one together in MS Paint for the overlay. None of the video, none of the voices, of course, that we're going to be doing today are going to be what we use for the whole series. I need more toilet paper. Give me a second. And water. But anyways, it's been a while. Yeah? I was doing fine last time when we streamed Yakuza. Not so fine today. So let's just get started, yeah? I don't even know if I sound good. I didn't bother doing a sound check before this. The toilet paper. Just hit the new game while I do this.
These are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble, and it's up to us to restore it to its former glory. Yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
Done. You bet. Let's do this.
She's been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it. Anyway,
I don't want to skip.
power will be our greatest weapon.
Are you alright, miss?
Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end.
Alright. That's an interesting way of opening an Ace Attorney game. More toilet paper. It's edgy Apollo. Oh. Oh, he even has the bandages on his arm. Do I gotta give him an edgy voice this time? Ugh. Probably not. Everyone gets a sick voice this time around, yeah? The best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy without discretion. Now all I have to do is pin everything on that little girl. Oh, the courtroom is, or, well, the lobby is different now. Oh, I suppose it's a different courtroom, yeah. Oh, it's number 5, I see. What's with the T? Is this where Edgeworth usually hangs out or something? Ugh. Oh, no. I have to do a girl voice all sick. Alright. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Oh. Ah, the vibrations are making me sneeze. Nope, we gotta do this. We gotta do at least case 1 today. Nope, not feeling nervous at all. It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie. You doing okay, Athena? Who is this, Phoenix? Oh, it's oh my, he is 3D modeled. Oh, Apollo. I didn't play this game, in case you're wondering. Like, on the DS. I don't think I had it. Yeah, doing great. Like a hum a little tune great. Oh yeah? Well, that's good to hear. Although, I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. Oof. I'm that transparent, huh? Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves of steel here, I tell ya. This is Apollo Justice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. Apollo is the lead for the defense on this case. But I'm gonna be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Oh, I should check the court record. Right. Oh. The button doesn't work up. I can't check my court record yet. Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? The explosion really did a number on you. I'm just happy that you're okay, Athena. Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. That's why I'm gonna see to it that Juniper's name is cleared. And I'm sure you'll feel much the same way. Ugh. You got that right. I won't rest until Junie is completely cleared of all suspicion. Apollo? Athena? Is this right? No, it's Junie. Oh, okay. Thank you for doing this for me. Junie! Ah, Juniper Woods. Well, I suppose that works, yeah. And she coughs for me. Perfect. Oh. Well, she doesn't seem to have allergies, at least. Hey, are you okay? Sorry about that. I always seem to go into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. This kind of thing never happens. At home in the forest, though. This is Juniper Woods. She's my dear, dear childhood friend, and she's also our client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. But that's ridiculous. There's no way Junie could do something like that. I'm not going to bother correcting myself when I misread. I brought you a little snack, Athena. Just a little something from my garden. Hey, thanks. Is this an orange or a tangerine? It's an orange. My grandma says... that orange is the color and strength of endurance. Oh, I get it. Strength for the trial, right? Junie, you're always so good to me. A nice pine cone, by the way. Jeez, look at me, standing here clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there, they won't know what hit them. Right, Apollo? Ugh. Yeah, that's right. Come what may. This is one trial we just can't lose. Oh, my face is leaking all over my mouth. I need more toilet paper. So is Apollo, it seems. Apollo! Apollo? Oh, is this how we get to take on the lead? Because he passes out from his brain damage? Ugh. Or is he just hungry? Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time he was trying to put on a brave face, but he was really overdoing it. Mr. Justice? Huh? The trial is about to start, sir. Please, proceed to the courtroom. What? Now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. I have to defend Juniper. What are we gonna do? The trial's about to start with or without us. There's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I call him now, he'd never get here in time. Oh, we're talking about Phoenix? No, wait. Something else I can do. Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff? Yes, miss? The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Athena! You're not seriously. You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Judy. All by yourself? Athena, stop for a second and think about what you're saying. You've never once taken a case on alone before, right? No hay problema. I can't even speak Spanish with it like this. No hay problema. I can handle it, I think. I assume she just said that in English in the original version. But I guess it really is up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over? Sure. I believe in you, Tina. And that's enough for me. You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart might burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now. So you'll just have to leave it to me. Alright. I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate it that I can't be there, but I know you'll give your utmost to defend Juniper. You bet I will. Rest assured of that. My name is Athena Sykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in a defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. But I have to do this. I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Judy. Have you been here half a year and only worked on one other case? Has the legal system finally gotten around to having a bureaucracy? Or are we still stuck with the 5-day rule, 3-day rule? Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is also ready, Your Honor. Oh, dang, Payne got a... What's the haircut even called? It's not a pompadour. I don't remember. It's like a front mullet. Well, the point is, he has, let's just call it emo hair. Uh-huh. And what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today. Yes, well, a substitution of attorney petition was submitted a few moments ago. Due to the explosion in the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue. I see, I see. Not at all surprised to use that as an excuse to run away. With me as an adversary, who wouldn't want to feign illness in order to escape? What? The nerve of that guy. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Well, I mean, if any of you people here are real, you know you came here when what you were expecting whenever you saw the title. Well, I would if I wasn't so nervous. This arrogant jerk. You arrogant jerk. No, Widget. Am my hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now. No, you didn't hear anything at all. Especially not from me. How odd. I could have sworn I also heard something. Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. He sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking. Heh. Well then, if that's the case, then it's a clear contradiction to what you just stated. A contradiction? You just stated that you said nothing. However, if that device of yours says what you're thinking, then you indeed said what I was... What was it? Elegance at work? Yeep. Actually, it was arrogant jerk. At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me? No fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness. Mr. Payne, I believe that's enough. Let us get back to the case. Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they call me the Rookie Humiliator. I knew it. He really is an arrogant jerk. Arrogant jerk. Miss Sykes, if you continue to insult the prosecution, I will remove you from this court. I'm very sorry. It was just a knee-jerk reaction. Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please. Thank you, Your Honor. Now then, the incident occurred yesterday here, this very courtroom, in courtroom number 4. At the time, the trial for a certain bombing was being held in courtroom number 4. Ah, yes, I was presiding over that trial as well. And Mr. Justice was the lawyer for the defense. A bomb that was presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. It was a terrible incident, and courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Fortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. Oh, I'm making... Why am I making... Why am I making Payne British? Just a few seconds, then it would have turned into a horrific loss of human life. But there was, in fact, one death, was there not? That is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast, the body of Detective Candace Arm was discovered. Candace Arm, huh? She was taken to the stand as a witness later in the trial. I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape. Maybe the court should see about getting you even shorter robes. The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others out to safety. Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and details about the bomb. I still can't open the court record. I can say it in Payne's voice, it doesn't matter. Oh, I didn't have anything in the court record. Didn't Apollo give me all the evidence? Okay, well, that sucks. That's a really long time, but I guess it must have taken time to get into the room. Oh, I have more stuff. Alright. Okay, I know how this works. All evidence for the trial is filed in the court record. When I want to check something out, I just use right button. Hey, look, I can use it now. Can I inspect evidence? I can. Can't I? Oh, no more 3D modeling. Okay, or on the evidence at least. I'd better take a peek later. Now then, please call the accused to the witness stand. Defendant, are you feeling all right? You're looking a bit pale. I'm feeling terrible, Your Honor. I'm so sorry. I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. But I'm all right. Junie's really giving it her all. I'd better make sure I do the same. Heh. If we could please proceed. Your name and occupation, defendant? Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student. Miss Woods, can you confirm that you were in the courthouse on the day in question? Can I check people in this log? Oh, I can. I should have done that. Apollo is 23 now. I don't remember how old he was in the previous one. Probably 22. Juniper Woods. Gasp in pain. Oh, this is a different pain. Oh, well, the other one was Winston. I guess it makes sense why he looks so different now. And, Candace Arm. Alright. Don't have myself. Yes, I came to know Apollo Justice through my friend Thena. And so, I was there yesterday to watch his trial and lend my support. Something's wrong. Junie's really scared. Heh. Did you know I'm also known as the Defendant Humiliator? It looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that moniker. Does his arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Junie no matter what. Hey, you arrogant, Prosecutor Payne? What is it? Do you want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the Rookie Humiliator instead? Deep breaths, Athena. Don't let him get to you. Prosecutor Payne? Junie is telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up her claim when we saw him in the defendant lobby. And, Junie, he said that he was glad to get the lotus root you gave him, too. He was? My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. She says they can even help you see into the future. Well, they can. Then that's the perfect present for a lawyer. And if that's true, I guess he must not have eaten them. A sweet, meek girl like this blowing a courtroom to bits. I must say, it's very hard to believe. Now, Your Honor. Don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime. Well, that's not true. I don't have any kind of a motive. And I didn't even know the lady who was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendants. However, that doesn't matter. The only thing that does is her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world does Miss Woods want to do that? That's a very good question, coming from a novice such as yourself. But first, a question for the defendants. Have you ever been brought up on false charges? What? Why, yes. Yes, I have. And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system? Now, wait just 1 minute. If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn to bombers. Oh yes, are we still operating on the classic system of evidence being the most important thing, or do we stick to the jury system? I don't know. Well, we'll find out in a bit. That's a valid point. You wouldn't have a single courthouse left standing in the land. I concede the accused isn't the only one who might bear resentment against the courts, but Miss Woods is the only person who could have committed this crime. Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. I really hope so, because everything you said so far is utter nonsense. Why are you opening with the motive in the case? The motive should be, like, the last thing you add, because, like, it's just, like, hearsay a lot of the time. And you really don't know what someone's thinking. Decisive, huh? I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, that's also why the criminals in these games are always bring up the motive last, because that's like the least reliable thing. What was your name again? Grimace or something? No. Gaspin. Yeah, Gaspin, you're way worse than Winston so far. It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor. And what exactly was so unique about it? Why don't we have Miss Sykes answer that question? Huh? Me? Why do I testify against my own client? I noticed that you appear to be very nervous. And, well, the gentleman that I am, I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with an easy question, but you just called yourself the Rookie Killer. Could he be any more condescending? Really, what a thoroughly unpleasant man. L is for loser. Ah, rumph. What did it just say? Nothing, not a single thing. It wasn't even creative. Now, let's see. What was I supposed to do at a time like this? I'm feeling especially critical today due to my headache. Oh, I know. The court record. The information I need is somewhere in the court record. All right, Miss Sykes. Let's hear your answers. What was so unique about the bomb that blew up the courtroom? It was inside a stuffed animal, Your Honor. Mr. Payne? What kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. Its evil intentions are covered up by a cute exterior. Very good. Have a cookie. The bomb that went off in the courtroom was indeed hidden inside a stuffed animal. There. How do you like that? Not bad, huh? I am fine. Just like I said from the start. I can do this. Yes, as I recall, the bomb was inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I never got to take a look at it. What connection does this impish elephant have with the defendants? The answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence, which I have here. And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed. It's a tale, Your Honor, the tale of a poor victim of the explosion. This is incredible. Are you saying it's Detective Arm's tale? Your Honor, so very close, but no. It belongs to this stuffed animal. It's called a phony fancy. A rather unpleasant name, if you ask me. He's the mascot for a campaign to eliminate false evidence of false charges, is he not? Exactly. His motto is phony evidence is just trunked up. That's so wrong on so many levels. The phony fancy's tail is made of vinyl cloth, and we found something very interesting on its surface. The defendant's fingerprints. What? Ugh. The phony fancy provided the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. It clearly proves that the accused handled the bomb. No, it does. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's a stuffed animal. Anyone would... It's a stuffed animal in a courtroom. If anyone was close to it, they probably would have touched it, my guy. Well, you know, at least I don't need to feel bad about, you know, sniffling through this whole trial if he's gonna be like this. What's the two empty stands up top for? But that doesn't make any sense. Why would Junie's fingerprints be on it? That does appear to be pretty irrefutable evidence. The court accepts it into evidence. Miss Woods, do you have an explanation for this? I don't understand. How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this decisive piece of evidence? It's not decisive at all, you idiots. Well, I can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. What about the evidence that Apollo supposedly gave you? But I'd better come up with something, for Junie's sake. If you can't produce an answer, you could always go straight to the ruling if you prefer. No, I have to say something fast. Oh no, I can't get my voice to work. Why now of all times? Oh, is this what our buddy's for? Ah, trauma. I see. I thought I overcame this already. Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court. Ooh, cutscene.
you can see, there is no room for debate.
Oh, dang. He sounds young for a 55-year-old. Oh, is this Phoenix?
Why, it's you.
Ah, here he is. Phoenix, my man. Sorry it took me so long to get here, Athena. Apollo explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you out in his place. Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real rough time on my own. Oh, I know. I think you were doing just fine, all things considered. And you hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Now, let's turn things around. You got it, boss. Ho ho ho! Look who showed up out of the blue. If it isn't Mr. Phoenix Wright. You always manage to surprise me. Your Honor, Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling. But I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. How did Miss Wood's fingerprints wind up on that stuffed animal tail? How was the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert it's impossible for a fair ruling to be made. You are absolutely right. Let us continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne? Heh, not at all, Your Honor. Oh, that's more like what he was in the cutscene, yeah? Miss Woods really looks like she's having a hard time. I mean, if she was in the explosion, she probably has some terrible affliction to her lungs now. Ugh. Junie is really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself. And because of yesterday? Yeah. It's understandably very traumatic for her. Poor thing. Here she is, back at the courthouse again, being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby. Given the defendant's condition, very well, I grant special permission. You go get some rest, Junie, and leave the rest to us. Okay, thank you. Sorry about this. I'd like to get some rest too. But I decided that this was a good idea. Phoenix Wright. I've been looking forward to meeting you. It's been a while, Mr. Payne. Heh. You're more clueless than I'd heard. I do believe you mean, how do you do? For I am Gaspin Payne. I am the younger brother of your long-standing rival, Winston Payne. What? Long-standing rival? When were we ever rivals, let alone long-standing? You'll see, Mr. Wright. I will cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met at your hands. Huh. Looks like this royal pain is going to be as thoroughly unpleasant as the other. Your Honor, the prosecution would now like to call a decisive witness to the stand. This witness will testify as to how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom. Very well. Please call your witness, Mr. Payne. Oh, it's him, the guy who did it. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Witness? Name, Ted Tonate. Okay, well, I mean, I guess you can't be much more obvious than that, yeah? Occupation, bomb disposal specialist. Oh my, what a strange robotic voice you have. Speech synthesis via typing. It is the same as me talking. He sounds exactly like a robot. Okay, I guess Widget doesn't sound like a robot. We'll have to give him a different voice next time. Or maybe we'll just keep it because it's funny. Can't you speak in a normal manner? I can. He can. But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Energy expenditure. Speaking greater than typing. Understand? What an odd witness. Mr. Tonate was in charge of the bomb of that trial, and was there when it went off. Blech. And being a bomb squad specialist, do you have any relation to the victim? Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people are employed by the police. I know only a fraction of them. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim. Shocked? I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. But he was the first to discover the body, was he? He is here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion. Very well, the court will hear Mr. Tenate's testimony. But at the very least, show this courtroom some respect and remove that face guard, witness. The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence. Bomb name HH-3000, operated by timer with a remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down. So, even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on? Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. 1. Connect wires. 2. Connect switch on timer. A monkey could do it. I'm sure even you would be able to, Mr. Wright. I guess that makes you the blue monkey in this spirit of fun, boss. Ahem. I'd now like to begin my cross-examination. Huh? Mr. Tonate, what is that? HH-3000, aka a bomb. A bomb? Great googly moogly. Yeah! Mr. Tonate, I demand you that you disarm it this instant. Disassembly complete. HMPH 5.3 seconds, 0.2 seconds short of my personal best. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Not exactly a spring chicken, you know. This is an exact replica of HH-3000. It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm equals success, explosion equals failure. An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? So that's what it looked like. I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. Dimensions, 10 inches, 10 inch height by 10 inch width by 10 inch depth. Weight, 12 pounds. A perfect replication. Your bomb does appear to be a very good copy indeed. Yes, however, I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. It has a very puzzling wire setup. It is regrettable that I could not replicate it. Witness, that's enough. There's no need to replicate anything here. Oh, can I view it now? I see the little question mark on it. Or, not question mark, magnifying glass. Nope, still just an image. Got it. And now, if the defense would begin their cross-examination... Where has Miss Sykes gone to? Hold on, did it say... Am I reading that right? 10 inches? Yeah, it says 10 inches. How big is 10 inches? Do I have a tape measure? No, I don't. Let me see, 10 inches. It's pretty big. I don't know, notice how heavy that stuffed animal was. Does anyone see where Miss Sykes has gone to? Athena, you can come out now. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work. I guess you were pretty scared, huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about. She was about to bolt. Oh wait, what voice? No, not a robot voice. She was about to bolt. No, that sounds stupid. Let's stick to the robot voice. She was about to bolt. Hey, put a sock in it, widget. As transparent as ever. Now, let's see. Where were we? We were at the cross-examination. Oh, cross-examination, of course. She seems disoriented. Wonder if she's alright. Maybe I should ask Athena if she remembers how to cross-examine. To help her focus. Nah, she'll be fine. No need for that right now. She'll be fine. I'll do everything I can to help. If you can't find a contradiction, and you flow up too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. Oh, is she gonna be? Is she actually the assistant for this game, not the protagonist? I did notice that her movements were very reminiscent of Maya's, despite being a 3D model. Press Y. No, okay. I'll let you know where I think this suspicious statement is. Sounds good. I'll be counting on you if I get in a bind. Alright, it's cross-examination time. Ugh. The bomb was originally disarmed by me. Oh wait, this is the same thing, right. Oh, wrong button. I don't want to read the looping dialogue. Just let me play, please. Alright. Well, I suppose we probably just gotta press everything this time, yeah? His hold it does not have much energy behind it. You say that you disarmed the bomb, but are you really sure it was disarmed? Absolutely. I can disarm anything. In a flash. Oh, in a flash! That looks more like dismantled than disarmed to me. Oh, pardon me. Let's see. Is there any chance you could have forgotten to disarm the bomb? Impossible. I do not make rudimentary mistakes like that. They say to err is human. Although the jury is still out on this guy. Hehehe. You must know, Mr. Wright, according to the court's own records, the fact that the bomb had indeed been disarmed was officially confirmed. I guess I can rule out that possibility then. Could you talk about the bomb in a little more detail for the court, Mr. Tenate? Certainly. And what was the approximate size and weight of the bomb? Dimensions, 10 inches. I don't need to read that again. This information is also written on the photograph. Ah, yes. Here it is on the back. According to this, the case is made out of an alloy plating 5/16 of an inch thick. Now, it certainly sounds like one thick and very heavy bit of metal. I bet if you dropped that thing on your foot, you'd be hopping. If you dropped that thing anywhere, I'd be hopping for the nearest exit. Ugh. Very well, I believe the court has heard enough about the bomb itself. So, Mr. Tenate, if you were keeping an eye on the bomb, where were you watching from? Why were you in the gallery? My duties may have been over for the moment, but I wanted to keep my watch. Even though the bomb was disarmed, you can never be too careful. Explosive devices are very dangerous things. Ah, how admirably responsible of you. Model to be emulated. I practice disarming bombs every day. I practice assembling them, too. The disarming part I get, but assembling them? Well, I'll have you know that I practice presenting evidence every day myself. I see. But do you ever practice having evidence presented to you? Presented to me? What? No, Then you cannot very well call yourself a professional yet, can you? That does it. I'm going to start practicing having evidence presented to me every day. And you better drink some coffee, boss. We're going to be pulling an all-nighter. I don't think that will be necessary. Or worth either of our time. So, Mr. Tenate, what did you witness from the gallery? You saw it counting down clearly with your own eyes? I hardly think a timer as small as the one on this bomb could be seen from the gallery. These goggles help me see very small things clearly from very far away. I can even see what you had for breakfast by looking at your tie. Why do I suddenly feel like a bug under a magnifying glass? I guess it's possible he saw the timer if he was wearing those goggles. I'm not so sure. There's something that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't think I follow. The bomb was completely hidden inside a stuffed animal. So well concealed, in fact, that it didn't even look like a bomb at all. So, you're trying to find testimony that conflicts with the evidence? Evidence, right? That's right. Listening. Oh, wait, this is the looping dialogue. Anyway, I figured it out. I did not, in fact, have to press everything. I'm just extending my suffering. Ugh. So you saw the bomb's countdown, is that right? Of course. I clearly saw it counting down to 0. And I say that you are clearly lying. What are you talking about? There's no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside a stuffed animal. Mr. Tenate, how could you claim to know the bomb was about to go off when you couldn't even see the timer? But that's... What? No! That does seem like a glaring inconsistency indeed. Witness, how do you explain this? Well, Oh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You found a contradiction right off the bat. Always remember, Athena. When you find an inconsistency in a witness's testimony, there's always a reason behind it. It could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret. Whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out. And pointing out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it, right, boss? Now, the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tenate? Well, let me see. No, there must be some mistake. Oh, yes, of course, I remember now. The sound, I knew because of the sound. The sound? What sound? When the timer of this type of bomb is switched on, it beeps softly. Beep, beep, beep. It is the sound of the bomb counting down. A beeping noise, you say? I suppose it would be possible to notice that, even with the bomb inside the stuffed animal. I simply made a mistake. My bad. How in the world did you hear such a tiny little sound from all the way in the gallery? Listening for the sound of a bomb's timer is an integral part of my work. I constantly undergo training so that I will never miss it. I hardly think training would help you hear something so soft from so far away. What now? Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs? It is a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb's timer? It's not like disassembling a toaster, you know. Now it's just showing off. Oh, I feel like my nose is going to explode. You keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear. But the only tiny thing here is your skill as a lawyer. Being mistrustful is not an attractive quality, you know. And you're just overflowing with attractive qualities, aren't you? Or perhaps you have some proof that Mr. Tenate did not hear the sound? Well, no, but it still seems totally suspect. But it's going to be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something. If I have this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What I don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why you believe that person to be Miss Woods. That's simple, Your Honor. Mr. Tenate happened to be there when it happened. He was there when the defendant rearmed the bomb. What's this now? It happened before the trial started. It was when the detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. We brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence. The lawyer wanted to see it before the start of the trial. Looking for a chance to get at the bomb, Miss Woods was already there in the lobby. Her goal was surely to rearm the bomb and steal the remote switch. The remote switch? Yes, the switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh. It has been missing ever since the incident. I am partially to blame. I left the bomb and the remote on top of the transport case, and they were rearmed and stolen when I was talking with the lawyer. The defendant then used the remote from inside the courtroom to start the timer. How can you assert so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby? The bomb was safely secured in the transport case. The only time it was outside of the case was in that lobby. Therefore, that was the one and only opportunity anyone had to meddle with it. Someone other than Mr. Tenate could have opened the case and taken the bomb out. Impossible. The transport case is assigned exclusively to me. Do you see this number here? That is my identification number. And I have the only key that can open that case. Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjecture. You have no proof that it was Miss Woods who stole the remote switch. And by the same token, you have no proof that it wasn't her. I assume then we're not using the jury system then? Because we're not operating on innocent until proven guilty. And Payne isn't really caring about the lack of evidence. And the fact that Phoenix said it best, it's complete conjecture. None of this makes any sense, what Payne is saying. But what I do have is a piece of evidence that proves the defendant handled the bomb. That tail. 5 minutes, 24 seconds, 2.3 deciseconds. The defense's advance lasted a mere 5 minutes. Advantage, I mean, talk about a rotten hand. As long as they have her fingerprints as their trump card, I'm at a big disadvantage. No, you're not. We have already talked about how it isn't a stuffed animal. Yeah? Anyone could have touched it. Also, why was the bomb in the stuffed animal? Still. It appears we will have to hear from the defendant herself once more. Also, you also said that this is like a well-known mascot. You could have just made a second one, yeah? Alright. I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor. I'd like to recall Miss Woods to the stand. I trust you have no objections, Mr. Wright. I'm worried about her condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad. I can read your feelings, you know, boss. Guess there's no hiding it from her, huh? Don't worry. I know we need her testimony. But if anyone picks on her again, they'll pay. I guess she's already at anger level 1. Don't worry, I'll stop the proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. In that case, I will take my leave. But before I do, there's just one more thing, Mr. Wright. Me? Yes? Dismantling bombs is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try. This guy is hiding something. I just know it. And why is he being so oddly, aggressive towards the defense? Even before I provoked him. We should be operating on the jury system, which would make him, even slightly suspicious. Now, if you will excuse me. Bailiff, please go out to the lobby and bring back the defendant. Junie. Hi, Fina. She looks even worse off than before. Don't worry, Junie. We're here for you. Thanks, Fina. And I'll do my best, too. You blew up the courtroom because you bear resentment against the courts, correct? No, of course not. What's that you say? I can barely hear you. I haven't done anything wrong. This prosecutor's scary. What an impudent little girl. Stop acting innocent and tell the truth. What the heck is up with this guy? First of all, the judge usually stops this sort of behavior from, like, the defense or the prosecution, usually. Unless it's Franziska, I guess. And this guy's acting, like, horrible. Just in every way. This is getting ugly. You rearmed the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courthouse. Admit it. This isn't an interrogation, buddy. It's a... What are you even doing? That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice was. Isn't that right? Mr. Wright? Can I give that prosecutor a smack? What? Of course not. Do we have to review Courtroom Manners 101 again? Or the law? We can't let a creep that bullies innocent girls like this get off so easily. I haven't forgotten about how he treated you. Don't worry about me, just help Junie. Her heart's crying out. She's so scared. So very scared. Looks like Athena's picking up something with her heightened sense of hearing. And it sounds like this time it's the voice of Miss Wood's heart. Don't deny it. You stole the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you? Your Honor, please put a stop to this. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant. Thank you, Athena. Yes, Miss Woods does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask that you behave more like a gentleman, like you said you were. Ah, but don't you know, Your Honor, there is no more gentle a man in this world than I. As if a gentleman, or even a gentleman, would behave like he does. Don't let that rude ruffian win. Athena. How dare you call a gentleman such as I a rude ruffian? I'll have you know I attend manners class every Saturday. I'm more than just a mere gentleman. I'm a genteel man. No, you're not when you're terrorizing a young lady, you're not. I'd demand my money back from that manners class if I were you. Ugh. I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them, but that's the judge's job. Mr. Payne, that'll be enough. Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move on to the defendant's testimony. Miss Woods, please share with the court what you were doing when the bomb went off. Judge, aren't you going to give, Payne a penalty or something? This is the perfect time for it. Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. The bomb went off, and rubble started falling. It fell on top of me. She definitely has some horrible affliction to her lungs, then. Junie's clearly in pain, being forced to recall the bombing like this. Not to mention all the debris she no doubt inhaled. She can't even get her words out. This isn't going to work, so what now? Hey, wait a minute. Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. Yes, now's the perfect time to use Athena's power. You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries of Miss Wood's heart? Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. Like there's tiny pieces of concrete and dust, clogging it, cutting it to pieces. She's so scared I think she could collapse at any second. Almost like she got crushed by debris just yesterday and inhaled a bunch of dust. Athena has a unique ability, you see. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. In essence, she can sense how a person is really feeling from the tone of their voice. Guess it's all up to Athena and her special ability now. Athena, I want you to use that analytical psychology you studied and listen to the testimony of Miss Wood's heart. Okay, boss, I'll give it a go. After all, this is the whole reason I put all that effort into studying analytical philosophy. Or psychology, I mean. Off gets. Let's do this. Maybe she wasn't, doing English in the original version of this. Maybe she just does, speaking different languages. So, your, holographic thingamabob could show how Miss Woods is really feeling, right? In a nutshell, yes. The emotions and images that I pick up on just now while listening to her testimony I can enter all that into Widget and use the mood matrix to analyze them. Indeed, some mood markers here reflect fluctuations in Junie's emotions. Ugh. When she feels happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. Oh, is this how we catch the guy? He's gonna get happy while talking about how the bomb went off? When she feels angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. When she feels sadness or is frightened by a memory, the sad marker will blink. And when she feels surprised or confused, the surprised marker will let us know. So, with her special ability in Widget's Mood Matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders of technology. Yep, now let's give it a shot. I'm picking up on some sort of discord or noise in Junie's heart. See here? This is what the noise looks like in the mood matrix. It's a result of inconsistencies between her testimony and her feelings. If we can pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise level should drop. Okay, it's time to listen to Miss Wood's true testimony. Why is she happy about this? I can't, present it or anything. I think I have a good grasp on Junie's emotional state now. This power of Athena's is incredible. I am seeing an unexpected emotion that is inconsistent with the content of her testimony. This isn't really a power, is it? This is just her technology, yeah? I thought she was literally going to be able to hear good, like Apollo could see good. What? Already? Oh, look at this. When she says it fell on top of me, the happy marker is reacting. Well, look at that. That is odd. There must be a reason for this contradictory emotion. We just need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected emotion, you'll first need to pinpoint it. And then, select the unexpected emotion or reaction from the 4 mood markers with A. I assume this was a touchscreen thing, yeah? That's what it seems like to me. Whoop. There we go. Okay, I was wondering why it wasn't working. Wood is reacting to joy when Miss Woods recalls the rubble falling on her. There must be a reason for this unexpected emotion. Miss Woods, as the rubble was falling, was there also something that made you feel happy? What? Mr. Wright, the feelings of happiness is spreading throughout Junie's heart. Keep going on this point, and I bet Junie will start to calm down. Great, let's hear what she has to say. Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled, I tripped, and then the rubble started falling on top of me. I really thought I was done for, but just then, Apollo came and rescued me. Apollo? He used his own body to shield me from the rubble. So, that's when he sustained those injuries. How do you feel, Junie? Did talking about Apollo give you some courage? Yes, Apollo is just like the sun, strong and bright and warm. Just talking about him makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis. And see, your coughing stopped all of a sudden. Oh, you're right. Thank you, Athena. Well, looks like we were able to draw out some new testimony. Hehe, pretty neat, huh? But there's still some noise left, meaning there must be some discord in Junie's heart. I guess we'll have to keep going then. Well, let me input this new information and update the mood matrix, and we'll be good to go. You remember what to do, right? When I find an unexpected emotion, I should use pinpoint. That's right, and then you select it from the mood markers with A. If we can find the reason for the discord in her heart, then we should be able to draw even more new testimony out. Well, I don't know how I have no idea how I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. This feels terrible. I feel terrible. Well, sadness isn't really unexpected, is it? I mean, he's gonna get hit. This feels odd, but okay. Oh, wrong button. You were happy Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you? Yes, I was really happy. But was there also something you felt sad about at the time? Sad? The reason I ask is, when you were describing how you were rescued, we sensed a little sadness, too. Oh, I think it's probably because of Bumrap Riney. Bumrap Riney? Well, what do you know? Something new. Well, that's right. I brought my stuffed animal, Bumrap Riney, to watch the trial with me. Bumrap Riney and Phony Fantry are brothers. Who knew that Who knew that the legal world would inspire a whole line of merchandise? Between this and the Blue Badger, it's kind of crazy. Actually, I guess the Blue Badger is its own merchandise line, too, because there's the pink one and the red one as well. I had Bumrap Riney with me while I was watching the trial, but it wasn't until Apollo saved me that I realized that I lost him as I was running away. My poor Riney, a victim of that terrible bomb. Oh, I know. You can see what he looks like in this poster. It's for the campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges. How do you campaign for no fake evidence or false charges? It's just like things that people do. That's like it's not a systematic thing, is it? I don't know. In this world, it could be. It could be. Phony Fanty and Bumrap Riney, huh? Nothing against the campaign, but why an elephant and a rhinoceros? Mr. Wright, I don't sense any discord in Junie's heart anymore. In case you guys can hear something rustling around, I'm trying to grab more toilet paper. So I guess that means we managed to draw out all our testimony. That's right, I'll just make an update with the new info and we'll have the whole picture. So, do you think your new testimony will help? Absolutely. I don't know what I would have done without you, Athena. So, Bumrap Riney was in the courtroom when the bomb went off. Now we know that, it changes the meaning of that other piece of evidence. All I have to do is present it. The right statement. Ugh. Oh, I passed it up. Alright. I'm not going to read this wraparound dialogue. Ugh. I know I've said it many times, but I must continue to say it. I feel terrible. Miss Woods, yeah, I know this trial has been very hard for you, but you can relax now. You are, without a doubt, innocent. Mr. Wright, what wild assertion are you making now? My wild assertion is simply this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail the defendant's fingerprints were found on wasn't that phony Fanty. It was the tail of her gallery companion, Bumrap Riney. You should have known this, Your Honor. You were there. What? What nonsense is that? I concede they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters. An elephant and a rhino. They're as distinct as a defense lawyer and a prosecutor. Which is to say they're the same side of two coins, which, you know, they're not so different. But are they really so different? Both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect the peace through law. Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. They're both gray, for example. Anyway, this poster is all I need to prove my assertion to be true. If I may direct the court's attention here, you'll clearly see how the two got mixed up. Whoa, would you look at that? The two tails are exactly the same. Yes, exactly. The two stuffed animals are based on entirely different animals. but the design of their tails is exactly the same. Ah! Oh, 3D hair flip. How nice. Order! Order in the court! As long as the possibility exists that the tail belongs to Bum Rapparini, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the bomb. And really, we should not have considered it decisive proof in the first place at all. As things stand, I consider the charges against the accused substantiated. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Payne? Oh, yes, of course, Your Honor. Ooh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You turned things right around. Yeah, but it's not over yet. But at least we have managed to hold out this long. I believe that brings our proceedings for today to a close. Mr. Payne, I'm afraid you have some serious investigating ahead of you. Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Let us reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned. Oh, is it really over? Oh, it is. I need some water. That was so exciting, boss. We did it. True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment. True to form? Gee, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me. Also, the judge is incredibly biased. He's giving the prosecution an extra day to investigate, even though he would usually just cut me off there and do a ruling. I really am extra critical today. Thank you for everything you've done. You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out. And you got really brave there at the end, just when we needed you most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. Well, you were the one who gave me that courage, Thena. Really? Thanks. So, be honest, was I any help at all? Of course. Without you, we never would have gotten out of that tight spot. That's good to hear. Ugh. I may still have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'm going to give it my all. I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner. And that's what I like to hear. Analytical psychology. The ability to solve the riddles of a person's heart. I think his true potential is beginning to really shine through now. Hey, where's Apollo anyway? Where's Apollo anyway? Good question. I almost forgot about him. I assume he'd still be here in the lobby. Oh, I know. Maybe he's still in courtroom number 4. Courtroom number 4? What would he be doing at the scene of the explosion? When I came out to the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bum Rapparini. I told him I dropped Riney in the courtroom and I was trying to escape before the blast. And then, Apollo said he had an idea where Riney might be, so he went to go take a look together. Oh, so we went to go take a look, I guess. Huh, I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be. So you went looking for Riney before you were called back into the courtroom number 5? Yes. I had had some time to rest, so I was able to get up and go look for him. But then they called me into courtroom number 5, to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though. With all those injuries, I wonder how he's managing. I think Apollo might have figured something out. I wonder what it was. He told me I'm going to go look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence. Anyway, we better go and get him. Good idea. If it gives me the option to save, I'm going to stop, by the way. Okay, no. We're going to keep going, it looks like.
Where are you, Apollo? Trial's over for today. Come on, I know you're... No.
Oh, is Apollo dead? I don't think he would be. His character's arc's not over yet. Ah, haha, we do get to save. Well, you know that even though they did baby me a little bit at the start, this was definitely this definitely so far has been a good first trial. Do we start here? Stop here? I went over an hour, despite how horrible I'm feeling. We can stop here, yeah? Yeah, I think so. So, what are we gonna be doing now that I am been horribly, like, wounded, not wounded, but, like, afflicted with allergies, and I will probably continue to be for at least 2 days? Well, I'll probably just play Sekiro. That's basically my comfort game. It'll probably be no commentary, and I'll probably beat it. Yeah, I would say so. That seems like the most likely outcome. Or, I pick a random game that, I suppose it could be Splatoon or Spelunky as well, yeah? I don't need much commentary for those either. Ah, well. I have more toilet paper to shove up my nose. So, with that being said, thank you for tuning in. This is Seek of the Scuffed. And I am signing off. Go ahead and stare at the break screen while you catch up.